Hey guys, so I know I have been gone for a super long time, and if you want to know more about that and the hiatus and where I have been, I actually wrote a blog post about it and I will link it down below. But that video is not about that. Today's video is an unboxing of a new toy for the craft room from Silhouette. So in case you don't know or you haven't heard, Silhouette announced a new machine called the Alta a couple of months ago. And when they announced this machine, I said outright I wasn't going to get it. I told my husband, I said, I'm not getting it. There are machines that do the same thing that are cheaper. I don't understand. I don't need it. And I don't need it is always code for I want it, but I can't justify it in our household. And I said, oh, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. Well, fast forward a couple of months, I really wasn't spending a lot of time in the craft room, but I was still keeping up with different news posts and different announcements and craft blogs or whatnot, and I saw that the machine was available in limited quantities. It was actually available to ship from certain places. So then I had another conversation with my husband about it, and I said, well, I don't really think I need it. And you know, his rebuttal is, whether we buy lots of things we don't need. And sometimes he is the worst influence on me when it comes to impulse purchasing things. So having said that, I saw the machine was available to ship. I had a discussion with him about what potentially I would use it for. And then I was also really curious about how well it would work with Silhouette Studio. So I downloaded the software, and the software is called Silhouette 3D. And my initial prediction was actually correct. The software works very nicely with Silhouette Studio, meaning that you can design something in Silhouette Studio and then have Silhouette 3D turn it into a 3D image. And that was kind of why I was guessing that the price point was a little higher than a typical 3D printer, because you're paying for the software. Even though the software is quote unquote free, you know, to download, you're kind of paying for the software side of things and for it to work as a nice little ecosystem. But anyways, enough of all that. I am going to go ahead and get this big monstrous box up on the desk. You can tell that I'm zoomed out way further than what I typically am, and I may actually have to zoom out even wider to get this box in the frame. So without further ado, here it is. So the only thing I've done is I've removed the shipping label, and I've actually cut open the box. And excuse my messy desk, because I'm sure you can see like my 3DS and hair ties and whatever else along the side here, because it's bigger than my actual mat. But here's the machine. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what it looks like. So, so like I said, the only thing I had done was cut this open. This is the actual box, this cardboard. There's no retail box in here, which I'm kind of surprised to see. So we have some directions, and we have some other doodads in here. Looks like a printing plate. Might be a mat. Some other things. So we have, oh, this is interesting. So it looks like it's shipped with the standard American plug, and I think this is a European plug. So both of them actually came in the box. We have a USB cord. Looks like a regular printer cord, the same cord your Silhouette uses. A scraper tool and some keys, the actual power brick, and then I don't know what this little doodad is. I've seen this on like laptops and stuff, but I've never seen it in this, the way this is shaped. But we have a power source, and this is actually filament, like the plastic filament. And the only reason I even know what this is because we have a 3D printer at work. The software is difficult to use, but we have a 3D printer at work, so that's the only reason I recognize this. And now to the actual machine. I'm not sure if I need this, but I'm going to go ahead and save it. It's probably to hold this, because typically this comes on a spool, and this is not on a spool. Filament comes on a spool. So I'm going to remove that. And there is our machine. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and I think I can actually pull it out by the plastic. Here is the actual machine. You can kind of see it there. And I will insert some footage when I get this actually set up. That's a little bit of a better angle, but this is what it looks like unboxed. There is a lot of packaging in there. You can see that there's styrofoam and some directions from Silhouette. And the measurements aren't too bad on this if you're worried about desk space. It actually is taller than anything else. It'll be height that's the concern. So this is why you need the key. You can actually see that the door does lock here. And you are supposed to keep the door open while it is operating unless you have children or you're concerned that someone's going to stick their hand in there. Then you can close it. The body of the machine is actually plastic, and this is actually softer plastic than what I anticipated. Like, I can actually push on this and it goes in. The door, though, is a little bit harder, just tapping on it. So that's a little surprising. And then on this side, we actually have all of our ports. So here is the power, the USB, and the on-off switch. And then that's really it. I mean, there's definitely some clips and some other things. I'll have to read the user's manual, but that is the Silhouette Alta. Very excited to get using this and working on some projects, and I will share them online with you guys shortly. But anyways, that is it from me. Here's what the new machine looks like all set up. But anyways, I will catch you guys later.